totality of our being. Without adequate data, there is no way of planning. And Nigeria has been suffering, you know that, for quite a long time. We don't know the age ranges. How many oldies do we have? Do we have, you know, the working ages, more of the working ages than of, you know, the dependents, the old ones, and then the young ones and all that? We need all of that data to plan. So I just hope, like Plato said, that we get it right this time.
Absolutely. Keeping our fingers crossed. And then moving to this next story where, following a widespread report that BUA had purchased 1 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines for Nigerians, the Coalition Against COVID-19, CACOVID, has disowned the statement, stating that no individual or company can purchase vaccines directly from any legitimate and recognized manufacturer. In an explicit statement clearing the air on COVID-19 purchase, the body explained that BUA chairman Alhaji Abdul Salamad must have been misquoted. These claims are not factual, as CACOVID operates on a collegiate fund contribution model. There is no agreement between BUA, CACOVID and Afrexim Bank, part of the statement read. It further explained that during the CACOVID weekly call of February 8th, Governor Emefiele relayed to the larger group a call that he held with Alhaji Aliko Dangote and Herbert Wigwe with Afrexim Bank President Benedict Orama on Sunday, February 7th. President Orama briefed the three CACOVID leaders on the $2 billion facility the bank has set up with the African Union Vaccine Task Force to purchase vaccines for the African continent. The allocation for Nigeria has been capped at 42 million doses. President Orama explained that 1 million doses were ready for shipment to Nigeria in the next 2 weeks if a down payment was made by February 8th. According to the statement, CACOVID leadership agreed to contribute $100 million to procure vaccines for Nigeria, noting that this 1 million doses worth $3.45 million being the very first tranche. CACOVID will purchase vaccines through other credible and subsidized mechanisms such as COVAX. The vaccines is expected to be delivered to Nigeria and distributed through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency. CACOVID would like the Nigerian public to understand that vaccine purchase is only possible through the federal government of Nigeria, and that no individual or company can purchase vaccines directly from any legitimate and recognized manufacturer, it said. Also, the BUA responded. There's another story here where the BUA responded that CACOVID obviously is being petty. It's in the Vanguard newspaper. It said, your petty BUA slams CACOVID reveals evidence of vaccine payment. With drama surrounding acquisition of 1 million doses, BUA Group has described the Coalition Against COVID-19 as petty for disowning its earlier claims on the purchase. And CACOVID has issued a rebuttal on BUA's earlier claim on the purchase of vaccines for Nigeria, saying that no individual has the capacity to strike such deal. What do we think is going on here? What do you think is going on here? If really there was, if really the BUA could have done this, why is CACOVID coming out to embarrass? I would say embarrass.
Well, I think Nigerians are not even concerned about whatever politics and intrigue going on. People are just willing to see the vaccine. And
are people even willing to take this vaccine?
Of course, a good number of people are willing to take the vaccine. Definitely, it won't be all, because some people are still living in their own self-made delusion that yes, it's the mark of the Antichrist and all those funny things. But then one would have expected that CACOVID, having established itself, to such a claim, would be able to resolve things out with BUA. The two organizations, of course, are definitely working towards, to a large extent, making things easier for people, particularly as regards COVID-19 and the vaccination. So, possibly, what could have happened was BUA trying to also take the shine by independently saying, oh, we purchased this, and obviously to beat some tax relief, maybe, which is quite, don't forget that I think the same BUA also got some tax relief, not quite long ago, some relief. So, it may be because of that. While CACOVID feels, hey, we have always been doing this together. Why are you deciding to? Why did you decide to go solo this time around? So those intrigues are always expected.
Right.
Like it's not a new thing,
Right. Do
but
we
I
think
just
they're
hope that
starting
they
to
can close ranks.
play politics? I think that what really may be happening is that they're starting to, everybody, like you mentioned, somebody wants to shine. And this is something we've seen before. So it says here, there's no time for politics. It's time for us to come together to help Nigerians. And it does not matter who is helping or...
It's all about brand prestige. It's all about brand prestige. I come out and say, oh, it was my brand that got this. And then another says, oh, it is his brand. So it's all about, the brand prestige. It doesn't... For me, it's more about the brand more.
What are your thoughts, Barrister? Real quick,
What is the meaning of brand? What is branding when it involves government? The truth of the matter is, you see, if they don't mystify it, they will not get what they want. Because I know at the end of the day, it's the dollars that is involved, that is
Barrister,
causing the whole
COVID is
problem.
not a government sponsor. It's not a government agency. It's just a coalition of these private investors, private individuals who are into it.
Yes, I agree. But what I am saying is this. Everything relating to COVID-19 is centralized in government, isn't it? So what's the problem? What are we having?
I don't think it would be the word centralized because I know that when COVID was giving out reliefs, they only work with, not necessarily waiting on the mandate from
what
government.
Then is the business of COVID if it is just to give that kind of an assistance? Does he want to purchase the vaccine?
COVID is a convocation of private individuals.
Yes,
and so
together to
for
assist.
them, if BUA, which is part of them, because obviously BUA was also BUA and some of these other firms were part of those who were,
what I am saying now is this. Right from the outset, government took direct control of the management of coronavirus. All right? Now, these other groupings came in to render assistance. Why all the fuss about who is buying vaccine or who is not buying vaccine? Did they come together to assist because of this? They had the mind of getting a business out of it. I don't understand.
I guess the point that Barrister maybe. So why the politicking? Why if it really is not about the money, it's not about the politics. So why the politics?
Ronnie, the truth is, of course, definitely in branding, you are not doing it. Even what you call CSR. What you call CSR?
Yes.
You are not the Father Christmas.
Yes.
You are not the Father Christmas. In the philosophy of CSR, we say that you are not doing it because you love the people. You are not doing it because, hey, the people are your basic. We talk about review of the 3 C's. Okay. Rather than just talk about product, we are talking about the service you are able to render now. That's a new thing. But then, while rendering the service, you're looking at what are the gains for you. If BUA, for instance, comes out to say, and people are saying, oh, BUA rendered, gave 1 million vaccines. That goes a long way. You see, you don't even need to spend so much money on, media, PR, and the likes. These are some of the things, that goes into some of this. So, as much as possible, they are looking at
the so-called COVID. Who are the people that make up COVID? Are they all in the medical sector?
No, businessmen.
They are businessmen. So that's what I am saying. Why do we introduce business into this? Should business be introduced into this?
Barrister seems to be looking for altruists here.
Should it? I don't know.
Altruism for me is a mirage because
him is thinking. What do you have to? What are you seeking to gain?
A lot.
Businessmen don't just come together. Is that what Barrister is saying? Absolutely.
The politician that gives you a transformer definitely is not doing it because he owes your mother something.
Okay, well let's hold the thought. Let's hold the thought. When we come back, we're going to take more stories real quickly. Straight from the days. For those who are just joining us, we're taking stories, making headlines, and when we come back, there's an interesting story that we'll be taking when we come back. So don't go away.
OneXBet, huge wins from high odds all the way with the fastest payout. Take more of our winning advantages from your deserving bets on all sports. Because with OneXBet, everyone can win. What about you? Visit our website on onexbet.ng. Use promo code BETNG and get up to 200% bonus on your first deposit. Yes, 200% bonus on your first deposit. OneXBet. Bet for every taste.
It is time for celebration. 30 years bustling with goodness. The challenge can never ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate. But still with so much greatness. Enjoy our world of good. 30 years of nourishing goodness.
2020, they go so. 2021, go better.
Not true. The kind pepper. Wait this year through for my eye. Next year must better.
No matter what next year bring, it go sweet as I must make am.
Not true. Because from February go April 2021, 8 correct people go win 1 million naira each, and another 180 people go win 100,000 naira each. No matter where you did for Nigeria during the Polaris Save and Win promo. To qualify for the draw, just they save 10,000 naira and above every month for at least 3 months consecutively, starting from this November 2020. Draw go start from February 2021. So if you no get account already, just dial *833#. Visit our website polarisbanklimited.com or any Polaris Bank branch nationwide to open your own account. The more you save, the better your chance to win. The Polaris Save and Win promo go run from now go April 2021. Terms and conditions due. For more tori, visit our website today.
Hey, Oga and Madam, you don't see the room now. Make I show you the toilet where you could share with the other neighbors.
Now the toilet be this.
What's up?
Oga agent, you mean say na general toilets clean, come white like this,
Yes, now. Na hypo toilet cleaner than they use to clean up and kill the yama germs come out.
Hypo toilet cleaner? Wow.
Wash your toilet at least once a week with Hypo Toilet Cleaner to keep it sparkling clean and gem-free. Available in sachet for 35 naira only. Madam, now 2 years landlord one collect.
We go pay for 6 years,
Oh, babe, how is this Valentine going to be?
Baby, this Valentine is for just the two of us. Thanks to Samsung.
Come on, don't keep all the juicy details. Tell me something.
Stand a chance to win a weekend getaway with Babe this Valentine and get instant 5,000 naira discount when you buy any Samsung Galaxy A31, A51, A71, and S20 FE. Hurry now while stock lasts. Promo runs till February 7th, 2021. Let me get going. Just the two of us.
Now, where's that big malt? Today was just one of those days. You know, woke up by 5, made breakfast, went to work, did my job, then my Oga's work, then Oga's work, came home, made dinner, and now nothing can stop me from enjoying my rich, smooth, refreshing Dubic malt.
Enjoy the silky smooth taste of Dubic malt. Dubic malt, crown the moment.
This season of love, jaws will drop.
Babe, wow!
New dance moves will hit social media.
You go be my ladder, go be your first.
Rookie hype men and ladies will emerge.
This is dope, legit.
What? Let's not forget the cool and the other gangs.
Oh, baby!
This is too much. You shouldn't have.
Whatever the reaction might be, know that when you buy 2 smartphones of your choice from any Glow World outlet, you get up to 36 gigabytes for 6 months to share with that special person this Valentine. You've made more than just their day. This smartphone festival offer is exclusive to Glow World stores from the 8th to the 22nd of February 2021.
Unlimited.
It is time for celebration. 30 years bustling with goodness. The challenge can never ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate. But still with so much greatness. Enjoy our world of good.
Welcome back to Straight from the Dailies, where we are looking at the stories making headlines this morning in Nigerian newspapers. We're looking at stories from the Tribune, Vanguard, Punch, and quite a number of other newspapers this morning just for you. And we can't wait to hear your contributions and comments on the stories making headlines. I'll read a few more headlines this morning. In the Tribune newspaper, Gumi is wasting his time. This is coming from El Rufai. Also, we recorded over 95% compliance in Unilag, 100%. Let me take this headline. In Lasu, says Sano and Naso. And for those who may not know, non-academic activities were grounded on Monday at both the University of Lagos, Akoka, and the Lagos State University, Ojo, as non-academic staffers of both institutions stayed off duties to join their colleagues in other public universities in the country to commence an indefinite, total and comprehensive strike. The industrial action is in line with the directive from the Joint Action Committee of their various unions, namely Senior Staff Union of Nigeria, SANU, NASU, and NAT. That's in the Tribune newspaper. Also in the Tribune newspaper this morning, with regards to the banditry and insecurity in the country. This is an interesting story where it says that herders used to sell a cow and pocket 100,000 naira, but now they collect millions. Let me start from the top. Governor Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna State has said the peaceful deal initiated by the renowned Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmad Gumi is a waste of time. He also said lack of unity among the governors to deal with banditry, kidnapping, and other related crimes are reasons why the crime could not be controlled. He was speaking to BBC Hausa here on Monday. He said these were people who before sold a cow and pocketed 100,000 naira, but now they collect millions of nairas ransom for kidnapping a single person. He wondered how they will go back to their normal life and agree to a peace deal. He stressed that what was needed now is a strong, coordinated fight to end their criminal activities, not negotiations. What are your thoughts on this, Barrister? Negotiations as opposed to, going violently, going the violent way of violence. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think the same Governor El-Rufai, some time back had reflected on the inadequacies of the governors themselves in tackling this problem, especially given the fact that the coercive agencies are well outside, their purview. I want to agree with him, though, that if there is a common voice from the governors, from the Nigerian Governors Forum, we might be able to make a headway. If the Governors Forum can come up with a common position on these so-called killer bandits all over the country, I think it will be a lot easier for the federal government to be brought, into the fight, because the bandits are in the states. The states feel them the more.
Yes.
Although the power belongs to the federal government. But if they can come out with a common voice,
right,
it will go a long way.
Right, but we're still very tribalistic somewhat. So if, for example, an RFI calling for the route of violence, yes, and maybe like a Southwest governor calling, would it be the same?
You see, many of these politicians cannot be trusted. The same El-Rufai that is saying this now for some time has been inconsistent when it comes to issues like this. He has made some comments which were, with complete contrary, to the position he's making now. But I still say that if the governors can come up with a common position, it will go a long way in helping to alleviate, the problem. But having said that, the issue of Gumi here, well, like the Yorubas will say, when there is a crack on the wall, of course, you will expect lizards, to feast therein. The likes of Gumi, the likes of Sunday Igboho. I was reading in the papers, there's another magic man that has come on stage now, wanting to go with Igboho in this fight. I think government is responsible for why many of these people are now emerging. But if government should take up its role, its true role, and do what it's needful, then we can be hopeful.
All right, before I take Plateau's thoughts on that, I'll take a quick 7 o'clock time check, and then I want to hear what Plateau's thoughts are on this issue as well. And of course, it's still straight from the dailies. We'll be right back after this.
Splash FM 105.5.
Mamas, on a good morning, For your picking bright smile, make sure say them they brush every day with Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Splash FM 105.5.
Welcome back. It is still straight from the dailies. Before we went on that break, we're talking about Governor El-Rufai's stance on not negotiating, with bandits, with, kidnappers, but being united as governors, being united to stamp this, menace out. What are your thoughts on it, Plato?
Oh, well, I think the face of negotiation, obviously, we are gone past that in tackling this, because if you look at it now, and I guess that was where Barrister was coming from when he said that some of these people cannot be trusted. At a point, the same Rufai was saying, hey, let's negotiate with these guys, so that, and of course we've seen how some governors also did that. Particularly, we saw that of Zamfara, but then it has turned out that, well, these are not guys you negotiate with. Even if they're going to turn in their arms, what they would do is just turn in a catchment of arms and then leave a major part of it while they still pursue their different, their different goals. Right. But then, the point at which you are in now is not the point where you can negotiate. The only negotiation that you have with them is for them to give a total surrender. The issue is becoming now, and of course we've seen that from the Kakara.
Total surrender, like the amnesty we've had.
No.
Okay.
I've never been a fan of amnesty for whoever, whether being so-called Niger Delta militants who are milking off their communities, all in the name of defending them, or Boko Haram or anything.
As a matter of fact, to corroborate what Plato just said, you see, this issue of amnesty appears to be the origin of all of these problems.
It's always an economic milk now, and you see, take it or leave it. I think it was 2013, though out of an ethnic dimension. It was Buhari that said that, hey, why not give, that was when the whole talk, when the federal government muted the idea of an amnesty for Boko Haram in 2013, April 2013, and he supported. Some said, oh, why? And then he said that, see, you give amnesty to Niger Delta militants, and it's become the norm. And this has been the argument some of us give, that when you begin to empower non-state actors, you give room, a bed for others to fester. Right. Now, from Niger Delta militants, we've had Boko Haram, and now we start talking negotiation. Now these bandits are coming in, and it will make it seem as if we are helpless. What we need to do is simple. And like El-Rufai said, a elder, the elder that has been collecting 100,000 naira, and now collects over 1 million naira. Now, listen, there are so many dimensions of this kidnapping that many don't know. There are even situations where children arrange the kidnap of their fathers, they arrange the kidnap of their siblings. A professor was, saying one where, the father, they kidnapped one of the kids and then the father had to pay. And one of the sons was angry that, why would we pay the ransom? So he went, hid himself where they were going to drop the ransom, and then he shot the person who came to pick up the ransom. And it turned out that it was the first child of the man. So, as much as possible, it has gone beyond. A lot of people are now catching in on this. Right. What we need is a total fight, okay? Uproot them. If you say you are negotiating with them, what you have simply done is to postpone the evil days.
All right. Okay.
Let me just chip in.
Okay. 1 minute.
Yes, just 1 minute. Now, look at the case of Abuda. Facts emerging is showing that the bandits, the killer herdsmen, were not working alone. As a matter of fact, information was divulged by the man's family members. Those are the facts we're beginning to get. What happened in Oshogbo? So we are seeing now that, contrary to the general belief, that it was Fulanis that were involved in kidnapping and banditry and all that, we are beginning to see that
local collaborators.
It cuts across all the tribes, the Igbos, and so on. Right. And that is really worrisome.
Absolutely. Okay, I was going to take one last story, but you know what? I'm going to take calls and contributions right now, real quickly. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Okay. All right. Hello, good morning. Okay, well, let me go to our Twitter and take these messages. This message.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Onafuwa.
Hello, good morning. Chigozie, right?
Yeah, this is Chigozie.
All right, go ahead real quickly.
Yeah, I already sent you this message on what El-Rufai said about going to be negotiating with these killers. The same El-Rufai that paid these guys, negotiated them, and even begged them to stop killing. is now blaming Gumi for doing the same thing. Now I'm seeing sincerity in all this. Secondly, on the issue of NIN and BVN, I think it doesn't make any sense because there are two different things. You can't use NIN to regulate bank accounts. BVN came out to protect accounts and protect banks and protect money in the bank. How can NIN that goes to the bank system be used to replace this? I think Nigeria is not the case right now. We shall allow BVN to do its own work, NIN its own work, and whatever data we use to do its own work, you stop confusing ourselves, confusing everybody. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Chigozie, I don't think one is replacing the other. I don't think from the story we read, one is replacing the other.
I think a good analogy is when you register with the university and then you go to your different departments or faculty to register. Exactly. It does not mean, now, what you are having as in such a situation does not mean that the registration you've had at the department is useless to the university or that of the university is useless to the department. There's just a need for a concentration of data.
Okay.
Now, NIN covers a larger space.
Exactly.
While, BVN is just a subsector of it.
All right, let's take this telephone call real quickly. Hello, good morning. Okay, number to call is 0809-155-1055. You can also try the numbers 080-5699-8678 or 0706-949-3000. If you're struggling with one of the numbers, try the other. One definitely should work this morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, all right. Like I said, if you're struggling with one, try the other. 0706-949-3000. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's speaking, please?
Yeah, this is Aikoto calling from Milara.
Good to have you here. Go ahead.
Everything a man does in life is a matter of issue. If we pay to laugh on issue, anytime, any moment, he will become part of issue and people will laugh on him. The problem we need to ask ourselves, what are we going to learn after the expiration of the tenure of this administration? What are we going to learn? What can they be remembered for? Banditry, kidnapping, terrorism is now a lucrative job in Nigeria. And the terrorists have been sent abroad. Supporters told you. Are they going to learn? Are they going to study terrorism? Where are we going under Buhari administration? What would deliver for them? Good morning.
Lucrative job. Well, I'm just hoping nobody there is thinking.
Is that not what
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name, please?
Tunde from Akobo.
To have you here, Mr. Tunde. Go ahead.
Okay. El-Rufai's statement on Gumi, it's a valid point. That and that was actually what led to the crisis in Niger Delta. And I've always been praying that thing should not get to the north. That kidnapping story. But now we're there, and the crisis is tearing us apart. Because it has become a business, just like people have been saying. You can't compare it with what you do with roaming around with 100 cattle, and you make maybe 2 million at the end of it. But this one, in one kidnapping, you make more. So, yeah, we have to fight it. But the story around El-Rufai negotiating before and paying, that was an agreement that was reached before he became the governor. And then he took over, he thought, okay, let's implement the agreement that probably we have peace. But I think he has learned from it now that there is no way, once this guy is to start this thing, the logical thing is to fight it. Except you surrender on your own, then at the end of the day, there could be a pathway. But if it's to continue to pamper them, they will continue to eat back. So for me, it's a good point. Let's fight it and fight it collectively. Remove the ethnic stories around it, because the ethnic story is actually making the fight difficult. So we fight it, we take it as a crime, fight it together, and they will all succumb to the power of the state. Not all this staccato of ideas. This tribe is another tribe. We won't get anywhere with that argument.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Okay then.
Thank you very much. All right, let's go to Twitter real quickly. Raji Hafiz Abidemi says, on the issue of replacing NIN with BVN, honestly, federal government doesn't know what to do again. They want to destroy everything. Banks are already doing well with the BVN. Now to allow government manage NIN is to destroy it like they did with the lives of pensioners. Wow. Interesting. Anyway, like we're saying, we really do hope. I'm just hoping. I wouldn't say categorically that they would not replace or they would not abandon BVN, but let's hope that would definitely. I don't think that's the idea. That's the case. Abu Kasimu says, "Good morning to you all. I am on the side of Governor Malam Nasil El-Rufai. No negotiation with bandits." Luther Ahanono says, "Insensitive to hike fuel price, labor. You guys are sellouts. Any compromise." Okay, is this for us? Okay, this is not for the show, but well, he's responding to another program. All right, so let's go back to the phone lines real quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
It's Ola from Wood.
Can you turn down the volume on your radio set, please? What's your name, please?
Let me ask this question. Hello.
Do you want to ask a question, or would you like to say something? Okay. To the stories making headlines this morning. This line is really bad. All right, so let's see if we have more text messages this morning. All right, let's take this. Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Inolaji Akiloye is my name.
All right, go ahead, Inolaji.
Well, I just want to appeal to most of our governors, especially the northeastern states and the southwestern governors too. Let them do the needful. Let the local government administration function. Negotiating with criminals, bandits, and the like is uncalled for. There's a report that 26 states in Nigeria, they couldn't even get any foreign investor, no foreign grants throughout the 2020 due to their inability to think out of box rather than waiting for the allocation from Abuja. So we are using this medium. Let them forget the 1960, 1914 amalgamation, the stereotype way of governance. Let them come down to look at every state. How can they generate revenue? How can they create more jobs for the people? And with that, when the local government administration is functioning properly, I believe the Awolowos, the Zig, and some other people, all these software during the regional government, wherever, those people at the end of affairs, it is not a rocket science. At least let us think out of box how to make our local government administration function, whereby every local government they are going to perform. There will be a rating every 3 months to check their performance appraisal. With this, if a governor is trying to do grandstanding, picking and some other things, I don't think all this banditry and illegality will stop. May God guide them right.
Okay.
God bless Splash FM. Inolaji is my name.
All right, so let's take this real quickly. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
It's work this morning.
All right, number to call is 0809-155-1055 or 08056998678 or 0706-949-3000. You can call any of those numbers. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the moderators in the studio.
Hello.
Hi, Alhaja Rashid, Adamasi Odedi, Baba Soja, Ijaro area of Ibadan land. Let me make my contribution on bandits throughout Nigeria. But the Kaduna one, I don't know why something turned to that now. Abubakar Gumi and El-Rufai cannot agree on one point. Because Sheikh Abubakar Gumi is an opposition to Governor El-Rufai's government in Kaduna State and to APC government entirely. If we could all remember, before 2019 general elections, they went and ganged up at Abeokuta or Sokoto, Kuka, and the rest of them, saying that Buhari should go back to Daura. So, but luckily, Buhari still get re-election. That is why they cannot be friendly and to give him advice on bandits for him to agree. He is never. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Alhaji. for your contributions there. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Well, thank you for your contributions and comments on Straight from the Dailies this morning. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Of course, we have Beyond the Surface at 8 o'clock. So join me then. We're looking at a headline I saw yesterday about government actually giving about 20 licenses for more private universities. And of course, I think ASU or somebody in ASU saying this is obviously them destroying education in Nigeria. I'm going to be joined by someone who will be talking to me about that. But there are lots of people who argue for and against having more private universities. That, of course, government, I mean, we know the history of government and handling things generally, so why not have more, private universities? That will help. But we'll look at that at 8 o'clock. So make sure to join us then. Our open phone lines as well to know what your stance will be on this topic. Thank you, Barrister Yomi Ogunlola, for your time.
It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. And Plateau, we appreciate you being here as well.
You're most welcome.
Thank you for listening to Straight from the Dailies. Join me at 8 on Beyond the Surface. I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa.